And folks, welcome back. It is 7:29 on a Wednesday morning here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, online at WTKA.com. And, we talk some Diamond action around 7:30 every single Wednesday. And joining us to do that every week on Wednesday at 7:30 is Michigan baseball coach Eric Bakich. All of our guests from State Street are brought to you by Dexter Builders. Dexter Builders specializes in providing complete home improvement services from initial design through construction to final walkthroughs and inspections. They can handle the whole job or any part of the job. They are Dexter Builders. Well, Coach Bakich, good morning.
Good morning, Sam. How are you guys?
I'm doing great, man, and glad that you can join us as you do every single week. And this week, we get a chance to talk about, in back-to-back weeks, winning a series in league play. You won the series at Illinois. You go to Purdue. You win that series. Winning series on the road. That is that's a step forward for this team.
Yeah, that's the expectation, is that every time we play a series, we expect to win it. And you don't always get that type of consistency with a young team, but certainly proud of our guys, the way they competed the 2 weeks on the road, especially, two very important academic weeks leading up to this week of finals, where they were able to just be very organized academically so that, they could take care of business on the road playing baseball.
Gotcha, Coach. Well, we will start. We will build up to the series win against Purdue, as you said, back-to-back weeks on the road, and you win both series on the road. Let's start off first talking about Eastern Michigan. Some teams just, they just are like kryptonite. And I don't know what it is. Kryptonite is green, isn't it? Eastern Michigan is green like kryptonite. They won that game 4-3 last Wednesday.
Well, they've certainly had our number for, 7 consecutive meetings. And, credit to them. They came in here and they played better than we did. And, at some point, that tide is going to turn, but credit them for coming in here and playing better than we did.
Yeah, it was one of those, and we've seen it. I mean, there are so many close games that you guys have played this year, and one-run games that you guys have played this year that you got a lot of experience. And coincidentally, Coach, you get into the Purdue series on the road, and the very first game, again, an extra inning affair, and you win this one though 7-6 down in West Lafayette.
Yeah, we got really good pitching from Evan Hill, as well as Brett Adcock. Brett Adcock won, I think, 4 innings in that game. Evan pitched deep into the game to give us a quality start, and Brett, after we gave up some runs to tie it up, Brett really settled the game down. We jumped out to an early lead and chased their starter, who's a very good pitcher, for Purdue on Friday nights. And, it's just a battle going back and forth, and it was going to be, an extra inning, who's going to execute better. And, we got a leadoff walk in the 12th, and Carmen Benedetti doubled down the right field line to score our guy and score Cole Martin. And, we were able to hold on there with Cronenworth to get the save. So it was a big deal to set the tone the right way on a Friday night.
Boy, we talked about Carmen Benedetti last week. Because I think in one of those games that he doubled in each of his first 3 plate appearances, and then you just said that he came up late for you, big with the double. Nice little roll he's on there.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a knack for putting the barrel on the ball, and certainly has had quite a few quality at bats here lately, and been very consistent, the last 4 weeks, and looking at his quality at bat chart right now, and he's got really good numbers these last 4 weeks. So yeah, he's done a nice job.
All right, so Coach, you get on into game 2, and I'm sure you like these. You like any time that your team can win. Now, game 2, Purdue fights back and they win that one 6-2. I guess I won't jump to the end just yet. So let's go to the next game. Purdue comes back, they beat you 6-2 in the middle game of the set.
Yeah, we got down early. Trent Skutnik was on the mound, and he didn't pitch poorly, but it seemed like one of those days where everything he was throwing out there was somehow finding a hole, even if it wasn't hit all that hard. Just some unfortunate luck, and we got down a few runs, and their pitcher was one of those soft tossing mixer guys, throwing a bunch of off speed pitches, and our team seems to do better against guys who are just bringing fastballs, even if it's a high velocity fastball versus a soft tossing backwards mixer. And so he was just, he had our number a little bit. We were making some soft contact out front, and the balls that we did hit hard all got caught, it seemed like. So we didn't really have very much momentum, or couldn't generate very much momentum in that game, and ended up dropping it 6-2.
Right, but you come back in strong fashion in the third game of the set, and this is the type of affair that I assume all coaches love. Not a nail biter. It's not in doubt. You win that game 13-3. Logan McAnally did a great job, 5 hits and a run in 7 innings, and struck out 3 as you guys, again, win the series by winning that final game against Purdue.
Yeah, and that's what we needed to do. We needed to come out swinging from right when the bell rung on Sunday, and we did. We had 8 quality at-bats in a row, put up a big 3-run first inning, hit through the entire lineup, knocked their starter out in 2/3 of the inning. He didn't even get an inning of registered. He didn't even get an inning registered, and we're right into their bullpen in the first inning and scored two more, and then another one. And so, before you know it, we're up 6-0, and that allowed Logan to really settle in because he was pitching out of some jams those first 3 innings. A couple of hits that fall, and it could have been very easily a close game, but he did a nice job of pitching out of some big jams. He didn't have his pinpoint command there the first 3 innings. He walked, I think, 3 of the first 6 hitters he faced. But then he settled in, and that's what an experienced pitcher will do. And, he found his rhythm, and he was lights out the next 3 and 4 innings, and just 1, 2, 3 innings, putting zeros up. I think they scored 1 run, but he really held it down so that we could extend our lead, and that was huge for us.
I'm looking at the stats here, Coach. You talked about all the quality at bats. I imagine the guy that had to lead you in that, Travis Mays, he's 3 for 4, a pair of doubles, 4 runs scored. He was huge for you in a game where a lot of guys did well.
Yeah, he was great. And Travis is our catalyst. He's our leadoff hitter. He's the guy that we count on to execute and get big hits and come through in certain situations. And really the entire lineup seemed to produce. 1 through 9, everybody was having quality at bats. Everyone was getting hits. Everyone was being aggressive, and that's what we needed. We needed to show some toughness. We needed to be extremely aggressive, and when we do that, usually the outcome is in our favor.
We're talking to Michigan baseball coach Eric Bakich here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, online at WTK.com. One more game to talk about, Coach, before we get to the series with Nebraska. Yesterday, Bowling Green, and looks like late runs to surrender to Bowling Green kind of did you in that affair.
Well, we just had trouble finishing innings yesterday, and I think they scored 7 runs, all with 2 outs. And they put up a 3 spot in the first inning, all with 2 outs. And it's just one of those games where we, with our 2-out walks or 2-out errors or 2-out hit by pitches or whatever the case may be, we gave up 12 free passes, 7 walks, 3 hit by pitches, and 2 errors. And it doesn't matter who you're playing. When you give a team that many opportunities, they're going to find a way to score. And so we just couldn't finish the inning off and couldn't close it down as best we wanted to. Got behind 4-0 early, came back and tied it 4-4, highlighted by a Trey Miller first career home run. And a couple other guys having some big hits, but tied it up. And then again, a leadoff walk, an error, a non-execution, whatever it may have been, they were able to extend their lead, and we didn't have the quality at bats down the stretch. They were throwing a new pitcher every inning, which sometimes can throw your rhythm off. Trying to get adjusted to a new guy every inning, and it worked. They came in here and beat us, and we got to do a better job of being more consistent. And, those are the types of games right there. As I told the team, we know what we need to do to be a postseason team, and that's to win the Big Ten tournament championship. But that's the difference right there, taking care of business in the midweek and in the non-conference. We would be a team that would be an at-large striking distance had we done that. Mm-hmm. So a little bit of a learning lesson, especially for a lot of these young guys, to know how close they are and just can't let these opportunities in the midweek slip away.
There you go, Coach. Talking about young team, the ebbs and flows with the young team. But an opportunity to bounce back just like they did last week. After losing to Eastern Michigan, they bounced back and win that series against Purdue. Same thing the week prior against Notre Dame. Bounced back and won at Illinois. Nebraska coming to town, so an opportunity to get back on the right end of the ledger. What does Nebraska bring to the table?
Well, this is their new coaching staff's third year, and they've got a little bit of a veteran club. They've got some good players. They're having a good season. They've been a team that they are a team that's very athletic. Their weekend rotation are two returning guys in a junior college transfer. A lot of their returning players positionally are starters from last year, with a couple of talented freshmen that are new to the mix, and they're gonna be a great challenge and a great test for us. And just like going on the road and trying to win a series, this is going to be that same type of challenge of facing an exceptional team at home and looking to take the series at home. Yeah,
they're just above you in the league standings right now, sitting at 8-4. The Nebraska Cornhuskers. So an opportunity for Michigan fans to go root the Maize and Blue to victory, and could turn the tide or flip the stakes as far as the league standings with these two teams are concerned if the Wolverines come out on top in all three. So, Coach, good luck out there. The Wolverines take on the Cornhuskers Friday at 6 o'clock, Saturday at 2 p.m., Sunday at 1 o'clock. And, Coach, we'll talk to you again next week, same time.
Sounds great. Thanks, Sam.
All right, thanks a lot. That was Michigan baseball coach Eric Bakich giving us our baseball fix. And, again, 2 straight series that they won on the road. Those midweek non-conference games have gotten them a little bit of late, but to get back-to-back series and see if they can string together a third straight.
And baseball will be on the radio this week. Baseball on the radio, Michigan baseball and softball on the radio, including our interviews with Eric Bakich and Carol Hutchins, are brought to you by Advantage Sports. Want to take your game to new heights? Advantage Sports on Stadium Boulevard in Ann Arbor is the place to catch the advantage for all things baseball and softball. Advantage Sports carries all the top brands, including Wilson, Demerini, Easton, Rawlings, and Mizuno, offering everything needed to outfit any serious ball player with indoor batting cages and professional instruction, glove and equipment repair by GP Sports Services, and physical training by Advantage Strength and Conditioning. Everything you need to fine-tune your game is under one roof. Choose to catch the advantage at Advantage Sports on Stadium. Visit catchtheadvantage.com or call 734-369-4944.
All right, it is 7:42 on a Wednesday. I'm going to get to this break. When we come back on the other side, recruiting roundup. Those recruiting questions ready, 734-998-1050. Lots going on the football side of things with coaches on the road and offers flying out left and right. Lots going on the basketball side of things with coaches on the road as well. We'll get to your questions. You can email us at studio@wtk.com. You can tweet me directly at SamWeb77. You can tweet your questions at Michigan Insider. Recruiting roundup on the other side here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, the official voice of University of Michigan Sports.